This is what faith is. Faith has the ability to look past lack and limits. And in the midst of all the lack and limits, instead of focusing on that, they see the God of miracles. In this story, as Philip is asked the question from Jesus, how are we going to feed these folks? And of course, Philip's response was, I don't know. I have no idea. We don't have enough money. If we had half a year's wages, we couldn't feed everybody. I don't have an idea, Jesus. We can't do this. Somebody else shows up in the story, and his name is Andrew. And Andrew steps in and he does say something. He says, I have found a little bit of something here. Here's a boy that has 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish, but very quickly he adds this, but how far will they go among so many? And so he has at least the idea that he's seeing something of a resource. And what we see here in Andrew is we see a little bit of faith, a little bit of something in him that Philip was struggling with in his life. And although Andrew's words were cautious and skeptical, I believe these were the words that Jesus wanted to hear. He wanted to hear somebody tell him what they had instead of what they didn't have. We're generally, as it comes to our lives, we're generally more expert in enumerating and acknowledging what we feel we don't have than what we feel like we do have. If I were to ask you today to take a sheet of paper and write down your blessings on one side of the paper and the things that you wish you had in your life on the other side, it would be interesting to see which list was the longest. Because for most of us, our attention is upon what we don't have as opposed to what we do have. And we see here in this story that at least Andrew saw something. He saw that we've got 5 loaves and we've got 2 fish here, but he quickly says, it's not enough, I know, but at least there's something that is here. And this is the point that I believe Jesus was trying to draw all of his disciples to, not just to Philip. He was trying to help them to understand that you see what you're looking for. That, Philip, you didn't see anything, but at least Andrew saw something. And that this is true in life. You're going to always see what you're looking for. If you're looking for problems, guess what you're going to see? If you're looking for trouble, what are you going to see? If you look to be disappointed, what are you going to experience? Whatever you look for, whatever you're searching after is going to be brought to your attention because it's where your focus is. And so Jesus is attempting to shift Philip's focus in a new direction. He's, I believe, affirming to Andrew, for at least he's seeing something that might represent a resource. And it's so true in life that when you're going through a problem, you're going through a difficulty, you're going through a hard time, you can either look at your circumstance and see how hard it is and focus on that. You can look at the limit that's around you and say it's not enough, or you can look at Jesus.